Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Melos Machina. We are back at episode 51 after having been gone for a couple of weeks. We hope that you have had an incredible rest of your June, and welcome to July.
Right.
How are we all doing today?
Good.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
Good to be back.
Missed
Very
you
happy
all.
to be here.
Yeah.
I know, it's weird to not be here.
It really was. It was very surreal because we had to take 2 shows off. So
Yeah.
we just didn't see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For everyone who is watching, you might notice that things look a little different now. We've done a big old change to the studio as far as layout goes. Microphones are on the table now. And for those of you listening, you might hear a bit of a difference. That's the whole reason we did this, so we're hoping that's the case.
We hope
Tell us
you
we
hear
sound
a bit of a
pretty.
difference.
Feed me
I'm
and
For
tell
the
me
love
I
of
sound
God,
pretty.
please.
Tell me.
So there's definitely gonna be some growing pains as we get used to this new space. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. Aside from that, I don't really have too many announcements. The only thing that I have is the continuing message from the sponsor of Melos Machina Cantrip Candles. Ben, take it away.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you, Cantrip Candles, for continuing to support Melos Machina. If you like the sounds of our sweet, dulcet tones, you'll like the scents of the sweet smells of Summer Feast. There's Scout Swiftwing's Wild Berry Scones, Farmer Sybil's Summer Salad, and Foreman Hugh's Lavender Lemonade. They are delicious, refreshing, very sweet, very summery, and they're going to be around for a while. So it seems like everybody really likes them, so they're going to stick around for longer. So enjoy. They're delicious. I've been burning Lavender Lemonade nonstop.
Nice.
It is so good.
The first time I smelled that one immediately was brought back to my first time having lemon gelato. It's just
Yes, it's
Boom.
like that. It's got like some effervescence to it. It has secret ingredient is basil. Very, very nice.
Well, now it's not a
Mouth
secret.
watering. I know. Uh-oh.
Sounds,
Not me.
sounds refreshing.
listen. It just stays between us here at the table. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, no
us
one else is watching
and the
or listening.
hundreds of viewers out there. But yeah, so if you want to snag Summer Feast, you can head over to cantripcandles.com using the link that will be going through chat, and then use our code APAC for 10% off your order. It is an affiliate link. Full disclosure. But please go support Cantrip Candles. They're amazing, queer owned and operated here in Los Angeles. And yeah, we love them. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, that lavender lemonade, I can't
Yeah.
talk about.
Have fun.
Thank you so
It's
much, Ben.
Thank you, Scott.
All right. Well, with that, I don't think I have a whole lot more to say before we dive into it. So, players, are you all ready for today's episode of Melos Machina?
What's
Yes,
ready
yes.
in Melos Machina, pray tell?
It
What
is
does
an
that
action. When last we met our adventurers, the party had returned to the lower docks in search of Cindy's lost friend. Arriving at the address that you were given, you found an empty, musty home that appeared to have been left in a hurry. Just as it appeared as though you may have hit a dead end, Aaron discovered a false section of the floor, which led to a makeshift cellar beneath the home. There, in the dark, you found a terrified and wet Dunley.
Sad boy.
After coaxing him out of his hole, the party learned that Dunley believed himself to have unknowingly been involved with the group that may have attacked the town. He had been lured into its meetings by the kindness of a fruit vendor at the open market, and now feared for his safety, believing him to have been watched. Deciding how best to protect Dunley and his knowledge of the Cult of the Dark Beacon, the party is now taking a moment to regroup in his home and begins to take a short rest. What would you like to do?
I would like to very much. I'm going to pick up the bag that has my bones in it and go find the corner and start to take 11 minutes.
Okay. Taking 11 minutes to ask the bones a question.
That 3 weeks.
As I'm kind of sitting on the base of the stairs, studying over my spells, rehearsing and practicing the tools with which I was given, slowly the book begins to close, and anybody who's passing by would see me kind of get up and start kind of pacing throughout the base level of Dunley's home. I'm definitely got something cooking.
As
in the
Aaron
cauldron.
as Aaron begins pacing,
The wildberry scones.
who's all on the main floor?
I think all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because Dunley was upstairs cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cindy.
Give him the
I can.
space.
You see Dunley having come downstairs at this point, and looks over at you as he's looking at Aaron. Is he always a bit pacey like that?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's cagey sometimes, but he's effective.
Cage is a good word for it. I look up from my notebook, and I've been preparing spells and recovering some magic arcane energy, but ultimately writing down notes of this interaction so far. And I'm kind of seated against the wall in the corner, and I stand and sorry if we were anything to alarm you earlier.
I don't rightly think it was you that was the alarming one.
That's fair.
Honestly, you've been a bit of a kind of like a calm moment in all of this for me.
Good. It's nice to be a calm moment for a change.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm still terrified, but I think I'm doing better.
Good.
I mean, you look cleaner.
I mean, I do physically feel better. That's
Good.
yeah. Oh, food helped.
We definitely didn't mean to alarm you, and sometimes I talk a lot without thinking about the ramifications of what it might make other people feel. So, and I talk to both Cindy and Dunley. I'm very sorry for alarming you both. I just like to be upfront in these situations.
Cindy is it's fine. I get it. Now that I see a lot more of what is going on, it's a little more understandable, I think.
Yeah.
Knowledge is comforting sometimes. Or a bit scary, but
Sure. Yeah. We'll go
Both?
exactly both.
Yeah.
Now, not to like. Obviously, you probably weren't paying attention weeks ago, but like. Before all this happened, had any of you noticed anything like weird in Venture? Like out of the ordinary?
So they both look at each other. Cindy and say, I mean, in hindsight, with everything that happened, nothing in that regard. Like, it seemed days are days, and people are people, and sometimes I see people doing weird stuff, but I don't think I saw anything that would have made me think, whoa. Guess
Cult
what's
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, cult
yeah.
shit.
Good. I
No.
just wonder, like, was there a significance in the day that they decided to blow up the bridge? And
Well, I don't know, as Dunley speaks up. I don't know if it was a significant day or anything like that, but just seemed, it did feel as though that was a building towards something. At least that's what it felt like when I was attending those, I suppose, meetings. I
yeah.
don't really want to call it a party anymore.
What was the overall mood of the others getting up? Were they excited or like?
It was, actually, I want to say that, to be completely opposite of Cindy, now in retrospect, yeah, it was a lot of weird stuff that explains a lot of it.
You were in the thick of it.
it's hard to see patterns except in hindsight.
But
It's,
it was like a weird combination of excited but angry and, I don't know, some like depressed or just like, or didn't care. Morose?
Apathetic.
Yeah.
That can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, clearly.
Do you have any sense of how long these meetings had been going on before you got involved?
No. I
Hmm.
didn't talk a lot about, like, well, minutes from last month or anything like that.
That'd be weird at a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any time that I've ever needed to take minutes at a soiree.
Well, look, I know you were put in a tough spot, but Dunley, you did the right thing.
I mean, I'd like to think that I'm still alive.
That means something these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duathi, what question are you asking your bones?
So the thing is, I've had a week to also debate on exactly how to word this question. Still haven't decided, but
I'm going to pick up my bones and hold them close to my heart, and take a deep breath in, and I'm going to ask, should we leave for the temple now to stay safe?
As you cast your bones, they fall onto the ground, and at first you don't see any sort of shape or discernment. It's confusing, almost as if there's not an answer. And as you lean, there's a moment of perspective where you see the bones are actually casting a little bit of a shadow. And the shadow is creating the shape of an eye. You get the sense that this is a whale and well.
oh, it's a we're not safe either way.
Okay.
Hashtag 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna gather them back up. Okay. That is unpleasant. So everyone, I just asked the bones.
This is a thing she does.
Start the bones, and
The bones talk to her?
Mm-hmm.
the bones seem to indicate that we're really not safe if we stay here or if we go.
Great.
Really, that there's not really a safe way of if we stay. If we go now, we won't be safe. If we don't go right now, not so safe.
Well, maybe this is just an empty silver lining, but in a way, that means there's no wrong answer.
True.
I suppose so, but the bones in this way can't give me any kind of answer that's not, like yes, no, maybe. But the way they hint at things kind of gives me a feeling, and this feeling kind of gave me the feeling that maybe we are being observed in a way. So,
Good.
for whatever that means,
Okay.
Hearing this, can I go to the front window that had the curtains drawn and just kind of peek through to the street to see?
As
if-
you look
Mhm.
to the front window, you see the back end of a hooded cloak
Nope.
immediately popping away from
Son
it.
of a fucking bitch. I will freeze in place and immediately get a psychic link going with Aiken, Duathi, and Finn for 2 hours.
Okay.
And down the chain, I will say, they've seen us. They've seen us. We're being watched.
Okay.
well, what I can say is I don't think there's anything magical in the house. I say that out loud. So, if, there's that.
Cool.
Mentally, don't panic. We don't want to make them panic. It could be Dunley's friend, but we should prepare.
Agreed. I think immediately. Sorry, Scott. Remind us. It's been 2 weeks. Is there a back door? I know we got a pretty good layout, but is there any?
There's not a back door.
Right. Okay.
It's a small 2-story kind of hovel.
Mm-hmm.
And there are windows, but there is only the front door.
Neat.
It's
Okay.
pretty nestled up to the buildings to
Yeah.
the left and the right.
Okay. I think I'll turn to Dunley and Cindy. When was the last time you had anybody not besides Cindy at the door?
Well, I mean, for the last few days I've been down there,
Mhm.
but that was when someone tried my door while I was sleeping, and
Okay, well,
that's when I hid.
it seems they might be getting a bit more persistent.
What?
Do us a favor. Head back upstairs. Cindy, would you accompany him and
Yeah, sure.
listen out for anything that we called? We just want to ensure that we are acting properly. So
okay.
just
As she kind of helps Dunley get up.
Mhm.
Stay away from the window.
Okay, we can. Come on, Dunley. Let's go. Right.
We're
Stay.
going to get you out of here. It's okay.
Thank you.
Should we greet them?
Think so.
Yeah.
I think mentally, this is so hard. You're going one by one. I wish I could just have a conference call.
Hold,
Maybe,
please.
I think just in a hushed tone. We need to keep him safe, but if it's better, I can appear as Dunley. If we think that's an
I don't
an
think that's
option to
better.
Okay.
No.
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
I appreciate the thought on that, but I mean, maybe if we need to split directions or something, but
Where did you
let's hope we
see?
don't do that.
Just saw someone in the window.
Okay. One of us should greet them. The other should
Mhm.
get out. And go.
You two are staying, right?
Yeah.
I think I think at this point
We
were staying so we could keep Dunley safe. If it's not safe to stay here, I think we all
Okay.
need to go.
Okay.
Okay. I can, Finn, and I.
Go
We
out
open the
first.
door.
I think so.
You two prepare maybe to get Dunley out, and we can distract whoever's outside.
Really
Okay.
quickly, do you think it would be better to make Dunley and Cindy into smoke or into invisible?
Oh.
Either,
Oh.
Either. Can you do that? You
I
can
can
do
only
that to
make
others?
I can only make him smoke, but I can make them both invisible.
Yes.
Invisible to both is better.
Protect them.
That's amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to go talk to them about that, really quickly, and I can do it for
How much time do you need
an
us?
hour. So
How long does it take to?
Not whole 6 seconds.
Okay.
So it's quick. So I'm going to go prepare them, but I want to get them actually back downstairs, so that way when you're talking to them, I can go out back.
I mean, okay.
I'll need to be
There is no
concentrating.
back, though.
No, I'm going
You'll
to
have to go through the front door, but we'll leave it open.
exactly.
Mhm.
I will be concentrating on that though, so I cannot really get hurt. Okay.
No, we got you.
All right.
But
They might already know that we're all in here.
yeah.
Time's ticking.
Yeah. Once
I'll-
you go up.
I'll wait,
Or wait.
by the door.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
upstairs to Dunley and to Cindy. I come up.
Hello. If you want to come here really quickly, please.
Yeah.
Hello. So I have some magic. It's can make you both invisible. Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So
Wait, both of us?
both of you. Yeah. But we need to decide where you're going. I think you should probably try and get to all the way to the temple, because I don't think they're going to try anything in there.
Hold on really quick. I just need to check one thing. I just need to make sure if they can choose to not be invisible. No, they cannot. Well. So, yeah, actually, do we want them to come in?
I think that's
I think you are
fine.
upstairs alone
You're right.
now.
You're right.
So let's have you go to the temple. And yeah, let's try and keep you safe, okay?
Okay.
I doubt that any of you have any way of getting in touch with us, do you?
No, I don't think Dunley. Nothing.
Okay. We'll figure it out. We're going to try and stick with you, okay?
Okay, so we're heading to the temple, but we're staying with you nearby.
Let's go downstairs.
Okay.
Come
okay.
with it. Come on. Come on, because we need as much time as possible. I'm gonna start getting them downstairs. Really quick, everybody. I need to decide: are they going to be sticking with us, or are they going to be running ahead? I don't want them to get in any trouble because they're invisible.
I'd say that they just go to the temple and we'll meet them there as soon as we
Okay.
can.
So just
When do they stop being invisible?
in an hour.
That's enough time.
Yeah, and
So-
they can just you all can just sit for a little bit and there and
If anyone asks, tell them that friends of the cardinal made you invisible, and that they are on their way, and they will explain everything. Okay?
Okay. Friends of the cardinal.
I talked to him one time.
Cindy just her whole fear drops for a second. Okay.
It will at least keep you safe. That way they won't get mad at you, you know?
Sure. We'll meet you there.
Right?
So.
I think it does. I think we
Yep.
should.
Now's the time.
not
Okay,
delay.
come here.
Mhm.
With my hands.
As they each take one of your hands.
And what I do is I don't necessarily take their hands, but I wrap my fingers in with theirs and I clasp them. And as I do, I cast invisibility at their level.
Okay.
And as
Sick.
that magic is cast, I will cast locate object on the nearest hooded cloak, which all of the party is carrying. I know.
I think that's like a sonar going off of just
Yeah.
ping, a lot of things popping up.
a lot
Um,
of pings back for that one.
But as I cast, I drop my cloak,
Okay.
and as soon as I see them invisible, I open the door and step out.
Okay. Stepping outside, dropping your cloak.
Inside, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here.
Okay.
I'm going to, towards where they were. Actually, I'm praised to holding my hands.
Nope, forgot what it was. Don't worry about it. I was going to tell them something, but I remember what it was.
So be sure to sneak out. We're going to distract them a little bit. Just sneak out and around, okay?
Is the key still in the door from when Dorothy unlocked it from the inside?
Yes.
I'd like to grab that.
Okay.
Before we close the door.
Okay.
We're not going to close the door at all.
No,
to
I
let
know,
them
but
out. Yeah.
I just don't want anybody else to have a key but me.
Okay.
And as I'm waiting outside, and as Aaron is hopefully
Mhm.
stepping out, I'll just turn back over my shoulder. Well, that was a bust.
Give me a deception check.
My specialty.
I am so glad I am not out there
There's
right now.
somebody watching us. +0. I am going to use my heroic inspiration for the day.
Heroic
Oh,
inspiration to re-roll that.
Yep. That is worse. By a lot. I stick with the second roll? Or is it like advantage? The best
Oh,
of
I'm actually
two?
not sure.
Let's,
We'll call it for now. You can choose.
cool. That's a
I-
7.
I think officially it's a re-roll, but I don't think it's going to matter right now.
Cool.
Let's pretend like I'm an elf and I don't know.
But really, what I'm trying to do is scan for cloaks.
So you're looking around for cloaks.
Mm.
So I think locate object is a very it's
It points. It just shows me the direction and movement of the nearest one. It doesn't highlight it like a detect magic would.
but an object that you are familiar with or something that you know, correct?
No, here I'll pull up the exact wording.
They also all have, I know it's too late, but they all have specific jewelry, and we know that.
Yeah, but I'm. Yeah.
Also, the scary music started.
What do you mean?
I'm well aware of that. Choo-choo.
I should check my heart rate right now.
Let's see.
I cast check
Alternatively,
heart
the
rate
spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon.
Okay. But so I think my understanding is it would locate the nearest one, and then that's the one that has been located. It doesn't ping to then the next nearest one.
I think you're right.
I see what you mean.
I see.
It's not like searching for the nearest gas station.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, Finn is still learning his spells, so
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I love
I
it.
use the spell slot. However, you'd like
But I
to.
will say, as you are looking about, looking for cloaks, give me a perception check.
Yes, I can do that. No, I can't.
What is it?
That's another natural one.
Okay.
Plus 5 is 6.
6. All right.
It's better than 1.
Let me have a talk with them.
Thank you. Yeah, both of them actually.
Guys, we're in a really important moment.
As you look about in this almost back alley, it's the back streets of the lower district. You look down the road that you had taken to come down here, and it leads towards the water and back towards the sky tram. It appears empty, and you look down the much longer road that is heading towards the bridge that tends to hug the wall of the lower docks, and it is empty.
I would like to have walked out the door at this point. And get down to like the end where it joins the street or whatever.
You're basically the house is at essentially a turn.
Yeah. Middle of the road, just hey, we know you're out here. Just do you want to tell us why you're skulking around, please? Just talking to the ether loud.
Okay. You hear no response.
Cool.
At that point, I'm going to let go of their hands, and I'm going to start walking further down the stairs and sort of gesture towards the door, hoping that they see that, and I'll say,
You hear footsteps as you hear Cindy's voice and a hand on your shoulder. Thank you.
remember to stay quiet. Being careful and being steady is going to be quicker than being fast.
I'm hoping those are stealth checks.
I'm just going to tell you all that one. Both rolling 19s.
Damn. Stealthy bitches!
I will.
Duafi, you hear footsteps on the stairs, and then nothing.
Oh, good, they listen to my advice, okay. And then I'm going to start going towards the door and looking out.
And Aaron?
I was following, kind of almost in lockstep with Finn. I'll try and pick up on the ruse that he's trying to spin and go, well, I must not have gotten too far. Clothes still around, some food left, so we'll keep looking, I guess.
You can give me a deception check as well, as the two of you feel a little breeze pass by you. As now the four of you find yourselves outside.
That's a 9.
Okay, well, in that case, I think we should probably move on.
Right.
Next logical place to look for him would be...
The docks?
Yeah, I guess so. Back there. I'll close the door behind me. I will lock it from the outside. And as I turn around again, can I do a scan for what I... This is the first time...
I'll do a scan.
Knowing that I had something specific to look for, and kind of unaware of, like, of Finn's, like, actual sight. I just know I have something specific to look for. So can I
Give me a
make
perception
scan
check.
for perception? Not you, friend. You, friend. That's good. That is going to be a 23.
23. As you are looking down both ways, you can see down the shorter road that leads towards the waterfront and the Skytram lower station.
Mm-hmm.
You do see one figure leaning up against the building that is the last building before the exit.
Okay.
Looks like a bit of smoke coming out from
Okay.
their face.
About how far away?
This is about 200 feet.
Okay.
Maybe 100. They're a ways down. Like
Sure.
4 or 5 buildings.
Okay.
Then, but you do, however, see, as you look about, a figure that is just barely peeking out from behind 2 buildings. It's about 3 buildings down.
Okay. Closer?
Mhm.
Okay. I will say to Aiken privately, I think I have eyes on 2 people observing us. One further away, one in close proximity, so be ready for anything.
I can go to the one closer. We know they're watching.
Yeah.
We're just trying to buy them time.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is all brain.
Yeah, yeah, I'll start. Oh, it's away from the waterways. We just said we're gonna go look for the docks. What the hell?
While you're talking, are
Yeah.
you locking view on either of these, or are you looking about?
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm. As soon as I clock the first one, I'm gonna do that the periphery thing where I'm like keeping my eyes as close to their direction as possible without actually like staring them down until as I was talking to Aiken. But as soon as you say that privately, I'm just gonna turn towards Finn, Andy, and the group and be like, I think I know a quicker way. Follow me.
Okay.
If you say so.
After you.
And then I'll head right for them.
I'm going to cast Longstrider on myself.
Alright. As you turn back to, from saying that to head
Mhm.
right for them, the figure between the 2 buildings,
Mm-hmm.
it was just barely the edge
Sure.
of a hooded cloak,
Mm-hmm.
is gone.
Uh-huh.
Almost as if in the moment that sliver of time
Mhm.
that you had looked back and looked away and looked back,
Mm-hmm.
vanished.
Vanished. Okay. I'll still head in their direction.
Okay.
I said Link was with Aiken, Dwarthy, and
And
Andy.
Finn.
And
No,
Finn.
Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say to privately, Dwarthy, watch our backs. There's somebody about 200 feet away that might trying to ambush us from behind.
Okay. As we're walking, I'll just tap my stick
Okay.
and cast Chilili.
All right.
And as kind of swiftly as possible, I'll kind of pick up the pace to a brisk walk to where I saw the figure and try to see if I can like peek down and just kind of
Sure.
square up.
And I'm going to keep my eyes behind us as casually as I can.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That is a 21.
Okay.
This is my trick.
As you all begin to head down the road that leads towards the waterway,
Mm-hmm.
Finn still, or Aaron still eyes on the figure
Mhm.
leaning against the wall. Duanthi, as you look back, you see the alleyway that was between kind of a small space that was between the buildings that were across the street from Dunley's home. You don't just see a figure move, but it's almost as if the shadows themselves formed into a cloaked figure who you see immediately walk up to the front door.
I'll
as he
say
tries it.
in my mind link and they are seeming to be teleporting around through the shadows, and they are trying the front door of Dudley's house.
Well, it's locked, so
Good.
press on.
I'll keep
Okay.
an eye, but
Yeah.
they're teleporting around, so.
Good to know.
Were you
and,
watching him as you said that?
Yeah, but said mental link.
Very quickly goes up to the front door, tries it, steps back, looks around, steps back into the alley, and vanishes.
Okay, I don't think that we're going to be able to keep eyes on these folks. I think they're in the shadows.
I can't.
Yeah, mental. I'm not evil.
Okay, everyone, let's keep going. You know.
Yeah, no, I said I know a faster way this way,
Yeah.
Dorothy.
Following briskly.
Yeah.
Right on
Yeah.
your heel.
I skip up.
Okay.
I just can't keep my eyes open as much as possible, though. Just saucer eyes, trying to keep an eye on anything that pops up now that I know kind of what that looks like.
Looking about, those of you who are looking ahead, as you are now about halfway down this roadway leading to the waterway, you see a couple of folks walk by, seemingly towards the sky tram, and they walk past the main brick area leading into it again. They're a ways away, but a third figure that was following behind them actually turns to head towards this alleyway. You see a town guard.
Okay.
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 Mentally to Aaron, do we tell them what's going on, or to keep an eye out? Or?
I think, what we need to do is handle things civilly, but if they get aggressive, we have somebody on our side. So, just keep that in mind, and don't start trouble until you are up against a wall.
Right. Just kind of see the clock, the town guard, but then stare at my shoes as I continue to walk.
As he begins to approach you all, you do hear a voice from behind. It's a deeper, deep, but he seems to be of a young man. Just, so do you know where he went then?
Sorry, who is that? And I'll lock eyes right on whoever's right behind us.
As you look back, he appears to be at about 2 buildings down, black cloaked figure. As he pulls his hood back, appears to just be aside from the cloak, a gentleman in brown slacks, leather vest, a black cloak. He's got some dark scruff, a couple of bags under his eyes. Seems like he maybe has lost a little bit of sleep. Dunley here. You know where he went then?
Who's asking?
I am. Would point the town guard ahead of that, who is ahead of you. All right, then what's going on over here?
We had a missing person named Dunley. We're looking for him. Seems like this guy is too, but he won't give us his name.
All right. Any trouble?
Not yet. My name is Aiken. Maybe we can start there. Who's looking for Dunley? I'm talking not to the guard.
I was gonna say.
to the slacks guy.
As you
To
turn,
Mr. Slacks
I haven't stopped
over
looking at the
here.
slacks guy.
the guard calls over. Is there any trouble here? I think there might be. I'm looking for him.
This whole time I'd like to have been calmly getting the space between us a little bit shorter, but with intention. Just to be like, we're not leaving this space until he gives us an answer kind of thing. Not like, I'm gonna stab you, but just with intention.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Is Icon's hopefully holding the attention of the man who's calling out to us. I'll sidle up to the guard and quietly say, we have reason to think that the folks after the attack on Venture are also after Dunley, and this man might be associated. Be on your guard.
All right. As he begins to ready his weapon, is there any reason they're after this Dunley fellow?
There's no time. I'm happy to fill you in after, but let's see what this man wants.
What's your passive insight?
Uh-huh. So good. It's
So good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's 15. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, had to beat a 3.
Okay.
Cool.
This guard seems to be pressing to find out about Dunley. As the figure that you were up ahead, that you were looking at the far end of the alley,
Yeah.
towards Dunley's house. We'll picture
Slacks
them all in our
guy.
head. Yeah, Slacks guy.
Mr. Slacks.
Mr. the Slacks.
Mr. Slacks.
Slacks guy calls over and kind of gestures and points to you two. Says, I think the fancy ones know something. Keep them or take them.
Fancy ones?
Could I please have everyone roll initiative?
No shit!
I'm gonna bomb.
Oh shit!
Okay.
The fight came to us.
That's,
The fight came to us.
great.
Oh,
Wait, I
man.
don't do this at advantage on this.
Oh,
character, do
my-
I?
No, this is a different game.
Different
What
Don't-
is
character.
wrong with you, dice?
Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
This one was fun for me
You're
earlier.
talking to did no.
Sorry.
No.
Whoa, we got us another
You're
city
talking to
town.
did no good.
Oh my god, this is so cute. Do you need? Is this?
Nope. Not great.
Oh my god.
Using almost every building that I have at my disposal.
Nice.
I recognize those two, for sure. Oh my god.
You jingle bells in your tray.
Do these new
The little hollow
mic
metal dice are so
areas get the sound of the vomit that just?
Yeah, I'm
Herc.
The metal
Gonna
dice,
work.
though. Betrayed.
I knew this was gonna happen, but
I
I'm
rolled-
still
Have
feeling
this talk, okay?
surprised.
I rolled well.
we
mainly.
had this talk,
You did too.
and you
Yeah.
refused to cooperate.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him.
That's a good angle.
Good
So
idea.
I'd really
This one-
appreciate
this looks-
if you listen to
Oh
me
yeah,
this
that
time,
looks really good.
because scary shit's happening. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if that doesn't work, I'll just neg them for you.
Perfect.
Yeah, mine didn't go well, so I'm gonna need you to. Oh god, cue us in.
Everybody.
You are in jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Oh yeah.
We had
Yeah,
someone
my
point-
heart rate just went
Were
like,
you-
Yeah,
crazy
let's
high.
We just had someone post that in the Discord a couple of weeks ago. It was a couple of weeks ago about your dice.
Oh yeah. Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
So I have currently Aaron, you are leading the party
Yep, 105.
within nearby. Andy, pretty much in the middle with Duant
Mhm.
behind, and Ike and I have you in the back as you were speaking to.
You were speaking to the guy who was behind us.
Yes.
If I recall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Mr. Slacks.
Yeah.
Mr.
And the guards probably.
Because he won't give us his name.
Right.
We got guard and the sleigh axe.
I'm gonna vomit.
105.
Oh man.
121.
Some of us don't have technology and they just need to know in our heart that we're panicking.
One of these days, we'll do a stream where we all are connected to heart rate monitors.
Oh my god.
That's actually.
Just
That's
watch
fun.
it.
That's
Put it
fun.
in.
We have a camera on.
Yeah. Roll a deception check.
Yeah.
No, I
Like,
can't
I'll
do
make
that.
this happen.
All right, 25 to 20.
22.
Making it 22.
This is gonna be fun.
21.
Good. That's great.
Is it?
20 to 15.
Oh, no,
Okay.
thanks.
10.
12.
Fancy boys got called out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 to 5.
Oh,
Stop.
guys.
No.
Boys.
How low was yours?
Mine was a nat 1 with a 3.
That is.
Mine is also a nat 1 with a 3.
Boys.
I'll let y'all
get your
choose
shit
which order
together.
you'd like to go, because I guess you got the same
Yeah,
dex mod.
same dex.
Our little whizzies.
Uh-huh. I'll go first? Okay.
And
I'll just defer.
Chauncey.
I think he just goes after.
Oh, he goes after
me.
you? Right.
Yeah.
I'm so used to creatures having their own initiative.
You're right,
so-
right.
Just because
What
we're
game
all
could that
creatures.
be?
Oh, boy.
I'm shaking.
Yeah, I'm gonna barf.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that'll bring us to top of the round. Icon, you are up. Andy, you are on deck.
Okay.
Andy, as a quick note, we can see your hand in the frame there.
What here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
'cause it's,
shift.
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yeah, you're good. As long as it doesn't go above your screen, you're good.
All right. I cannot see where I am. Am I within 40 feet of this man?
40 feet of the
Of
one
Mr.
directly in front of
Flax.
you. I know this one's going to be really hard to see him.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, you are definitely within 40 feet of Mr. Slacks.
Okay. I would like to continue my speed walk now to get right up to him. As I'm going, I am going to cast for my bonus action Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
And then I'm going to draw my longsword and hold it up to the guy's neck. And I'm going to hold my action if he does anything aggressive towards me to hit him.
Okay.
And I'll say, "Tell us who you are, and maybe there won't be any trouble." And then I vomit.
And then
Free action
Can I-
vomit.
yeah,
as
free
me.
action borf.
So rushing up to him, ensnaring strike. That is that on your next attack that'll happen? or-
Yes, yes. On my next hit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. This is a new way of doing it. It's which you take immediately after hitting a creature instead of before now.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Update.
Pally changes.
This isn't our first combat with the new rules.
Yes. It
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
This is
no.
the
Kind
first
of. Kinda,
sort
yeah.
of, yeah.
No, we had the
new,
last
new
one.
at this level.
Yeah.
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 First combat in 7 months. That's
Oh my god.
that's enough to get us all screwed up. But
Okay, then I'm just gonna hit him. I'm just gonna hit him.
yo.
And bonus action cast it
Just him.
afterwards,
Here
and
we
I'll
go.
say, "I'll apologize later if this is normal."
Go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Oh my goodness.
Nope, that's
This is going great.
that was
So
a nat
great.
one.
Oh my god, what the hell is happening?
This is how we die.
So I didn't hit, so I can't take that bonus action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you rush up, taking your
So
spear
that was-
out
yeah.
and shoving it towards him, you see he steps aside as part of your spear basically impales the cape of his cloak and puts a hole through it, but has missed his body entirely.
Second attack, I'll follow through.
Okay.
Don't disappoint me. That's a 10.
Total of 10.
Total of 10.
As he pulls as you pull the spear out and give it a spin to try and cut across his face, he very agilely ducks back as the blade cuts across.
Warning shots. Ashamed.
Icon, anything else from you?
How much speed did it take for me to get up to him?
About 20 feet.
Then I'd like to spin around on the other side of him so he's between me and the group.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. That's it.
All right. That is then going to bring us to Andy. You are up.
Cool. So it's the guard that's close. The guard in
Mhm.
quotes. Okay. I am going to cast web where he is.
Ooh,
Nice.
Okay.
So kind of same mechanism that I use for catapult, just web substance just shoots
Hell yeah.
out of it and attaches to the two.
All right. Does he have to make a save on
Yeah,
that? or-
a deck save.
Okay. So dex save coming in from definitely a guard. What is
Having a guard
your
is just slacks.
your DC?
14?
14. That is a 12.
Woo! All right.
Okay.
All right. So the web is connected, what, between the two
Yeah,
buildings?
between the two buildings. I just want it to hit him,
Okay.
basically.
All right. As, your webbing
Yeah.
springs forth, and this little canister that you have released, and it detonates as it just past him, as suddenly web hits everything. He is caught within that.
So cool.
So he is restrained, or
He is restrained, and on his turn, he can take an action to roll a strength saving throw.
okay.
Yes. No, sorry. An athletics check
To try
against my spell save
Okay.
DC.
Amazing.
Cool. So then I'll walk up to him with Chauncey following behind me, kind of hold my hammer up to his face and say, "You want to just bite down on that thing in your mouth now before we beat you to a pulp?"
Nice.
Give me an intimidation. check.
Ooh, let's go.
Come on, Andy.
From a dragonborn? I fucking love it. No! Oh my god.
Guys,
All right.
we are so intimidating.
We're getting it out.
One cool thing!
We're getting it out the first round. From here on out, we're going to crit every time.
As,
I kind of spit a little. Like spittle is-
as you look at the guard, who's now just hanging in this web, you see a big smile come across his face as he
Yeah, I'm
licks
used
one of
to
his
that.
teeth, and you can see it is metal.
Uh-huh.
You guys are so annoying. Okay, so then I'm just because I get if I cast a spell, do I still get my second attack, or is it only if I
It's
attack
when you take
once?
the attack action, you
Okay.
get those.
Okay, so then I'll just have Chauncey come and try to hit him.
Okay.
Good boy. Good boy, Chwants.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. That is an 11.
11, unfortunately, is going to miss.
Cool. Everything's going great, and I'm super scary. Okay, I'll just kind of stay there and honestly just look really annoyed at him.
Okay. That is then going to bring us to the not a guard, who, as he is hanging there, he looks over at the space in between these two buildings where rays of sunlight are hitting. We're still in the early afternoon. As he looks, you see darkness begin to, almost like a smoke effect escaping into the air, and as it cascades over the sky, it just hangs there, casting Holarian shade.
Oh, what? That's not good.
And for his bonus action, he's going to reach out, placing a hand on your shoulder, Aaron, and you see now that the sun has been blocked out, and you are in not darkness, but the shade of this now afternoon cloud coverage. His body begins to distort, almost like the shadows are engulfing it, and you feel your body begin to shake and quiver. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Important. I will make that a base roll of 15, bringing it up to a 16.
And I'm sorry, that was a wisdom, not a con. But
It would be the same result, 16.
perfect. 16. That
Yeah.
does save. As you feel something trying to pull your body, but then he vanishes. But you remain.
He vanishes away from the web.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
That is going to be it for him. As the figure who was smoking a pipe at the end of the alleyway
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
begins to
of
walk
course.
in,
Of course.
Ooh, fancy pansies.
this gentleman seems to be wearing plain clothes every day, but does appear to be
Regular pansies.
on the fancier side. Doesn't look like a working man. Looks like someone who spends his leisure time out by the docks smoking a pipe.
Dress casual pansies.
Exactly. he's the fly casual of the group.
That's also what I want.
It's not
As he
Mr.
pulls
Slacks.
2 daggers out from behind
Great.
his jacket, tosses one in the air, catches it by the blade, and is going to throw it at Andy.
Oh, hell no.
Ooh. But that first attack is only going to be a 12 to hit.
Nope.
The second dagger is also just going to be a 12 to hit.
Nope.
As both daggers go flying, you see he, damn it,
You're not
curses.
having a good day either, are you?
As he pulls 2 more out. That is going to be it for his turn. That is then going to bring us to Duathi. You are up. Aaron, you are on deck.
Finn is last.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Actually, I'm sorry. Duathi and then...
Yeah.
Figured
Mr.
three.
Slack.
And then
Yeah.
Mr. Slacks.
Then Aaron
Speaking
is
of Mr. Slacks,
Yeah,
Mr. Slacks.
Mr. Slacks, is he within 30 feet of me? Can I get
Hey,
right
I
up
thought that's
behind him?
Mr. Slacks.
Yeah, he's like exactly 30
30
feet from
feet,
you.
great.
Oh yeah.
In that case, as I am walking, I would like to cast Bark Skin.
Okay.
And as I'm walking up to him, my shillelagh is still active. However, I'm not going to use my shillelagh. And as I'm walking towards him, I'm just going to continue smiling as my mouth continues to split my whole face. And as I am walking, casting Primal Ravage, I will say, well, luckily there's lots of you. We only need one alive to talk. And then I'm going to chomp on him.
Just like
Go ahead and make that attack roll.
Nice.
At advantage, please, because of friendship.
Uh,
I'd like to be
yes,
right
you will have
behind him.
advantage.
Yay!
elves with sticks.
We love friendship.
This is what we call a barbecue.
that is going to be a 19 to hit.
A 19 does hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
That's going to be. Oh. That's going to be 19 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Let's go.
19 points of damage onto Slacks.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
Oh,
damage was
Mr.
that?
Slacks.
It is poison damage.
Okay.
Oh no, my apologies, acid.
Okay.
I messed up my creepy little skull symbols.
You have an acid bite too?
All right. Duathi, anything else from you?
No, that was all the things.
Okay.
You now have +3 on save since you're within my aura of protection.
Sweet.
Yes.
That is then going to bring us to Slacks.
Okay.
Mr. Slacks. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, he doesn't have the distance to do that. But he is going to, as a bonus action, take the disengage to step behind you.
Oh, as he started his turn, can he please make a con save?
Absolutely.
He does not get the +3.
We are not.
That's only going to be a 10.
Oh, that. My spore circles
Spores.
isn't active yet because I had to
Spores.
get my armor up, so it's just going to be 1d4. Oh no, it's a 1d6 now, or level 6. Haha.
So even when they're not active, it just happens all around you? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's just more if I have
Oh,
it.
good.
That's going to be 5 points of necrotic damage.
All right. 5 points necrotic damage.
Not good for people's health.
As he steps behind you, he is going to take 2 attacks at you with his daggers.
Okay, dog.
12 to hit on that first one.
There may be a resistant.
17 to hit on that second one.
That just hits.
Okay. Let's see here.
I do not have my temps up yet either. Oh, don't hit me too hard. I'm concentrating.
You take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay, hold
And
on.
Dwathy, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
First, I need to make one because I'm concentrating. Adding 3, right?
No, make this one first.
Great.
That means it's a combo.
That is a 6.
That is going to be a failure.
Cool.
Wait.
As you take an additional 9 points of poison damage.
Okay, so
Mm.
I really should have stayed further back.
So, yeah, you just got to beat a 10 on your concentration check.
That is a 22.
22. Absolutely. You are all set. Yeah, as that second dagger finds place, it just grazes your leg, but immediately you feel a burning pain coming out from your thigh. Appears that his weapons are laced with something.
It was poison damage, not necrotic damage?
It was
just to
poison
check?
damage, not necrotic damage.
Okay.
Ouch.
However, still with the disengage going on. Oh, shit. He's going to step back into the alleyway between these 2 buildings. That is going to be it for his turn. That then brings us to Aaron, you are up. Finn, you are on deck. Iken, you are in the hole.
All right, how far away is Mr. Pipe?
Mr. The Pipe from you is 20 feet.
20 feet. Seeing 2 daggers appear in his hands, I will begin to chant a few slinging words of Elvish, and you'll see the pendant in front of my chest begin to glow a bright blue and red, and once again the spectral chains will burst forth, wrap around my chest, and 2 glistening red and blue blades will appear in my hands, and I'm going to chuck both of them at him from
Okay.
20 feet away. First attack is going to be an 11 to hit.
11 misses.
Okay. Second attack as my bonus action with the offhand will be a natural 20.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So this will get sneak attack.
Mr. Pipe!
Does this one get sneak attack or?
Yes, because I had. Oh wait, no, sorry. There's no engagement. He's not in
He's
melee.
still
with
looking
it.
for love.
Yeah.
In all the wrong places.
All around.
I'm just so used to being like, yeah, I can create. So that will be 9 points of psychic damage. As the blade hits him, it immediately disappears and reappears right in my hand.
Excellent. All right.
I will then use what movement I can to kind of. I'll back up, still facing his direction, but I'll back up 20 feet so that I can draw him closer to us. I don't want to keep this distance. I want him to draw him closer.
Now, I will also point out that there is the web is essentially connecting the 3 points of those buildings.
Okay, cool. Then after that bonus action movement, I think that's all I got.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Finn.
All right. Do I have line of sight on the one running down the alley right now?
You do, yes. It looks as though he is stopped right at the web, but you have a direct line on him.
Right. I'll just slowly, calmly turn to him as I'm flipping through my notes, trying to be casual about it. We've killed a lot of your friends, it looks like, and all of them were better at throwing daggers than you. I hope
Every
you
time
don't
we
grind your
talk
teeth
shit,
in your
like-
sleep as I find the page I'm looking for. And from the spellbook, a waft of energy blows out and over him as I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is a natural 20 on the die.
Silvery barbs.
Yes!
Okay.
Come on.
What's your DC?
15.
Wisdom.
Uh-huh.
That is a total of 6.
He is
One step closer.
Yeah, let me pull up the words here. If the target fails to save, the target has the unconscious condition for the duration. The spell ends on a target if it takes damage or someone within 5 feet of it takes an action to shake it out of the spell's effect.
All right.
I will give Ike an advantage on your next attack roll ability to your saving throw.
Good, I need it.
Seems I bored him. Let's just leave him be, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And I will then, with my movement, try to break line of sight. If there is anybody else, I'll step kind of behind Andy and into that alley.
All right, stepping into the alley.
And I am now concentrating.
Okay.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Same.
Icon, you are up. Andy, you are on deck.
Great. I'm gonna follow after Mr. Slacks. Down the alleyway that he went to. I think he's over there somewhere.
You can get right up to him.
Great. As I walk by Dwathi, I just kind of give like this like mad respect nod after the like weird bite thing. Like, all right, not your freak. And I'm going to take my first attack at this guy. Double sevens. What does that mean? That's a 13 to hit this guy on the first one.
13 will miss.
Okay, second attack. 15.
15 will also miss.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. If I have enough movement, I'd like to stop his movement going further into the alley.
I think it took
I can't.
25 to get
I have
there.
45
Oh, you have
feet.
45.
Long strider,
right?
baby.
Yes.
Yee,
Yeah,
let's
you
go.
can absolutely get behind him.
Yeah, I'm just fast wind, but missing everything. I'm too fast. I'm too fast. That's my turn.
All right, Andy, you are up.
Can I sorry, I can't see. Can I reach Mr. Slacks?
Mr. Slacks? Yeah, 15 feet of movement.
Cool.
We'll get you
and
right to
I'll
him.
Have Chauncey follow me. I'm going to, before I make my attack, cast Branding Smite
Okay.
on my hammer, and then give it a throw.
All right, now he is directly, like you are in melee with him.
Let's see if
So
that.
Pipes is asleep, Slacks is still up.
Pipes is asleep, Slacks is in the alley.
And not a guard is
has
vanished.
vanished.
Disappeared.
Is not a
then-
here.
Copy. It's weirdest nicknames.
I mean, it's so okay. Here's the thing: it is a returning weapon, but also it is a hammer. So can I?
Yeah, you don't have
just
to use
use
the
it
range.
as
You can just
a
hit 'em with it.
melee attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Hit
it
him.
still is the same.
Yeah, it's still the
Stuff.
same
Okay.
bonus. The magic of the return just means if you throw it, it comes back to
Okay,
you.
and I'm again. So
Yeah, it's all
where
good.
is Icon?
Icon is on the other side of him,
between
so
the
you
two
will
houses
have
here.
advantage.
Can I need a box. Sorry,
It's so small.
it's so small. Need box. That's cocked. That's much better. So that is a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Cool. So yeah, sorry. That is 12 points of radiant damage,
Okay.
and then 6 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, as the first hammer strikes, there's an eruption similar to when you've been working in a smithery. When you strike strike the hot metal and sparks go flying, you crack across his face
Sick.
and just as the sparks of radiant energy skitter across the house.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right. That is a natural 20.
Yes!
Love
it.
So, do I double all the die?
Yes. So whatever you
Okay.
roll on the dice, double.
So that is.
Was this a brandishing smite or a?
Yeah, because it's through my turn, I think. Sorry, let me look. It says. Okay, this is confusing.
The first time you hit a creature on a turn.
It just says the next time you hit a creature
Yes.
with a
Yeah,
weapon
so it
attack.
triggered
it's
the
just
one.
first time. Okay. Well, you know, so that is 10 points of bludgeoning.
Nice.
Bang.
Thank you.
That was a great turn.
After that initial hit, you follow through, and you actually end up using the returning property of your hammer as you release, and it spins around you like orbiting you. As it comes back for a second hit as you then catch it.
Cool. I did a cool thing.
That was sick.
Suck it. Man who disappeared, not guard. Okay.
His name is Slax.
This guy is Slacks, not guard is disappeared.
As he looks back at you, you can see blood streaming down from his nose. He appears bloodied.
Happy now?
Okay.
So I'll have. I know. I hate you guys. I'll have Chauncey attack.
Trundle up.
That is a
And what is
20.
Chauncey's speed again?
Third. Hold.
He can get
40.
Right in between.
He's a speedy boy too.
That is a 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
Cool. So then 1d8. Let's do this guy. So that is. Oh, it's. No, okay, 1d8. Plus 3. That is 10 points of force damage. And that will be my turn.
Okay. That will then bring us to this door bursts open as not a guard steps out.
Oh.
It's behind door number 1.
Peekaboo.
He jumps out. Remember to stay near your pets. I'm joking because I'm really scared.
Yeah, as he looks about the field, Finn, you see him scanning, and as he looks about, his eyes meet yours directly. As he walks up to you, placing a hand on his on your shoulder, you can see again the shadows from. Wait a second, no, the darkness has vanished as that noble is asleep.
Yes.
There
I
we
wasn't
go.
sure. I wasn't sure I was gonna ask on my next turn.
There we go.
Oh, thank goodness. I mean, I'm still cornered.
He
but-
just has to get in the alley to do it instead.
Oh, good.
As he places his hand on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Does do I sense any verbal somatic components being used here? Does this seem like a spell being cast?
Give me an arcane check.
Okay. This is my good one. Come on, dice. Do something. Oh, that's a 24.
24. Though there is magic involved, this is not a spell that is
Okay.
being cast.
Got it.
But he's going to attempt to vanish, and you with him. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. You were just good. Do it again.
Be nice.
Come on,
Do
come on,
it
come
again.
on.
Do it again.
16 saved.
That's an 18.
There we go.
18. As you feel the pull, he vanishes. You remain.
Where are they gonna take you guys?
I don't know, but I'm not playing around now.
As he appears from behind the alley over here, stepping out, he's going to make his attacks against you, Duathi. This first one being at advantage after he has appeared out of the shadows.
Oof.
You can do that after whatever that was.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's only going to be a 12 to hit.
Thank you, Barkscape.
His second attack
Songbearer.
is going to be an 18 to hit.
Okay.
For 6 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
That is only a 13.
13 fails. So that was 6 points of piercing damage and 12 points of poison damage.
So I gotta make that 10 again.
Yeah, it's a
Right?
9, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
It's half,
Yeah.
so 10.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
Concentration drops.
Okay.
On invisibility, right?
Yep.
Well, hopefully
Interesting.
they're-
Hopefully they're far enough away.
That's up to Scott.
I will say, yeah. We'll find out.
We'll find
Yeah,
out later.
we'll find out.
That is it for that cultist. Which brings us to the sleeping cultist. Saving throw at the end of his turn.
No.
Mr. Sleepy
He's just
Boy.
asleep.
He's just gone.
He's
He's just
incapacitated.
Sleepy.
Until
Love it.
somebody takes an action to try to wake him up.
Or if he takes damage.
Or a full minute
yeah.
passes.
So
Gotcha.
Yep,
sleepy.
So that's it for him. That's then going to bring us to Duathi. You are up.
Well, I gotta take a smack at this guy. I was hoping to go do something else, but
Josh, which version are you using?
no dice.
Of Snake, Didn't you?
All right, I'm going to use my bonus action to activate my spores,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take a swing at him.
Oh. Okay, it does get a save.
Oh, he does?
Yes. Thank you. Good catch.
Yeah.
What is
Wisdom.
Wisdom again.
Okay.
Yep.
What is your DC?
15.
That is a 13.
Now he's
Sleepy
unconscious.
boy.
Okay, now no more saves.
Gotcha. One save and then
Yes.
he's out.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for that coming.
Okay. All right, Duathi, activating your spores.
Giving me temporary hit points, which is good. So it's starting to look bloodied there.
Okay.
I'm going to take an attack against him.
Okay.
That is an 11.
11 misses.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn, Duathi? Now, is it with your spores? Is that at the start of their turn, or also when they enter the space?
I think it's just at the start. Let me double check.
Okay.
Oh, when it moves into space with me.
Okay.
It's your call if you
So
are
no,
allow
absolutely.
me
This
to-
happened before you activated them, so
Yeah,
it'd be the
it'll only
smaller
one.
amount. Con save.
Con save.
Ooh. That's a 21.
Whatever. Dang. And I'm stuck there now, so
All right.
can't teleport. I was really hoping to, smack him up a little bit.
Oof. Slacks is having a hard time.
Slacks. Oh, that must be hard for him. Slacks.
Oh, is a cultist having a hard time being evil?
Just bite down already.
Yeah.
Should have worn the red slacks today.
He does vanish.
Just vanish? Wow.
No one he doesn't attempt to take anyone with him. And then immediately steps out from this door
Rude.
and rushes behind to attempt to hit Andy.
Somebody should turn on the lights in
Is this
there.
the dating game? What's this door?
That is a natural 20.
Oh! Wait.
Damn
so
it.
far away. Okay.
I can't. I don't have my
do
reaction
anything either.
back.
I can't do
You are within 10 feet of me, so you'll get a +3 on a save if you have to make one.
Is there a damage saving?
What?
Don't bite your knuckle.
Uh-oh.
I hate this. I do. As a DM who has to think about the math all the time.
Andy, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
It's +3.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That is a sorry, math. 21.
It saves.
I'm gonna vomit.
Okay. You take 12 points of piercing damage and 17 points. Wait. Yeah, and 17 points. Sorry, 11 points of piercing and 17 points of poison damage
28
on a
total.
successful save.
Wow.
Okay, sorry, hold on.
28 total.
28.
Uh huh.
Okay. Sorry, I have to do math for a second. Cool. We can move on. I'm just
No, you're good. You're
thinking.
Still up, still up.
What was your maximum health?
52.
Okay. I have an outdated sheet here. Okay.
So it's 28 in total.
His second dagger
Uh huh.
is a natural 1.
Oh! How does it feel?
The dice give it.
Yep.
The dice
Yep.
take it away.
That is it for him. Which then brings us to Aaron. You're up. Finn, you're on deck.
Okay, help me out, Scott. Behind the house here, I have Knot Guard in view.
Yes, Knot Guard is at the end of the alley down here. Slacks is directly in front of you.
Okay, I'm going to turn around and I am going to turn to the guard and I'm going to say to him, I think it's time for a dishonorable surrender, as you need a review from your captain. I'm going to cast Suggestion to get him to surrender.
Okay.
Oh.
I will need a Wisdom saving throw, please. Against a 14.
That's a 9.
These guys are not wise. Who would have guessed?
Joining a
Let
cult.
me look this up really quick.
Right?
Suggestion?
Mm-hmm.
So many summons in this book.
Yep.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You bought them a good 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
At least.
As you look at him,
Mm-hmm.
and that word lingering in the air, surrender, 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 you see. We'll get to his turn when that comes.
Okay. That's my action to cast the spell. I will. I will use my movement. I will use my movement to get across the alleyway towards the red house
Okay.
and bonus action hide.
Inside?
Just in the shadows like they do.
All right. Go ahead and give me that hide action.
That is a 19.
Okay. You feel pretty confident that you were hidden.
Okay. Turn.
Finn.
All right, pal. Well, this is gonna be an interesting way to find out if you're combat ready. And I will use my bonus action to manifest mind using first level spell slot.
All right.
As pal rises.
As Pal's face form just appears in the shards in the air by you.
And I will.
I need to get myself a Pal mini.
Yeah.
Cool.
Make yourself a pal mini.
I will then sprint around to the back of this house, and hopefully try to break line of sight.
On our
I'll go.
side?
No, the long.
I will say, for the sake of the layout of the map, the houses kind of butt up against other houses.
Oh,
the
got it.
alleyways kind of end where they end.
Got it. So yeah, I'll go around the front and just try to duck into this far alley closest to Emmy right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on the
So
other
you can get
side.
right there with your movement.
Oh damn.
Actually, the web is still up.
Oh, never mind. I
Yeah.
would have known better.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I will. Can I duck across to this alley, or is the web also?
The web is connected between these two,
These
so
two,
that all
okay.
the alleys on this side are available to you.
Got it. You know what? I'm just going to go deep into this alley then, as far back as I can, and just kind of take cover, if there is any, or just slink against the wall if I don't have cover, and then through Pal, 3 magic missiles erupt. And towards the god. Not god. Can I?
Guard, not guard?
God, not god. Huh?
Now, guard, not guard is the one you just...
The one I targeted with
Oh,
suggestion.
Do slacks.
Slacks.
Okay.
He sucks.
I'm having trouble because I can't see what I have lined
Yeah.
inside of. So
I did this on purpose for this
Uh,
fight.
What?
yeah, right?
So the
Right?
guard's in front of me?
The not guard, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Neat.
Okay. Cool.
Um,
Slacks is bloodied. Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Good.
he's
Good. Yeah,
not
that feels good.
doing well.
Ooh, that's 2 4s and a 2? No, is that? Yeah, that's a 4. So 5, 5, 10, 13
Okay.
points of, and we'll make this psychic damage.
13 points of psychic damage coming at him. All right. Finn, anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's all I can do. That's my full movement, most
Okay.
of my movement, and bonus action.
Icon, you are up. Andy, you are on deck.
Cool. I would like to get into flanking with Andy on the other side of Mr. Slacks. Pretty sure I can do that with 45 feet of movement. And I am going to take a swing with my spear. Oh, jeez, a 16.
16 just hits.
Ooh, there we go. There we go.
I think that's a D6. Yes. No. Yes. That will be 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Bonus action, I'm going to do Divine Smite.
Yeah.
So, as I sink my spear into him, I'm just going to say, I don't care if any of you live. And that will be 11 points of radiant damage.
11 points of radiant damage. As you sink your spear, saying, I don't care if any of you live, the spear lights up with that radiant light, and as it sinks into his chest, the light shoots out of his eyes, his mouth, his nostrils. You can see the edges of his fingertips beginning to crackle as he begins to smoke, and he crumbles to the ground in front of you.
Oh boy.
As he does, I'd like to hear the sound of him falling and hitting the ground. And as I do, I sort of feel the energy that was inside his body leaving. But I still feel energy that is there. And I'd like to turn around and raise my free hand towards the ground and pull it up. And I would like to use one use of my fungal infestation to raise him as a zombie.
Let me go get some minis.
Fucking sick. Fucking
You
sick.
can do that! My friends are so cool!
Sweet.
I'm like,
So you're behind the boat crash.
It was me all along.
This break brought to you by Cantrip Candles. This adventure would smell great with lots of them, actually.
Brinewater
Adventurers Emporium
Tides.
would be great.
Oh my
Brinewater
God.
Tides, which is currently banned by the king. But you could also get Dungeon Depths if you want a candle that makes you feel like you're in the thick of it. Your adventure, meant to immerse you.
Zombie.
Yeah,
Zombie.
cantripcandles.com. Use the link in the chat and
Dorothy
our
just
code
went full
APAC.
cordyceps.
Yep. Yeah, The Last of Us is,
I know. I hate it.
hey,
but I love
HBO,
it.
give us a call. Melos Machina.
The last of them.
Woo.
Yeah.
Was that a little pal?
As a little stand-in for Pal.
Oh, look at that.
As
So what happens?
well, as he falls, there's a moment where there is the smoking remains of his body, and you can see particles of it begin to raise into the air. And then he begins to stand. As the bits that were burning begin to flake off, and you can see at the ends of his fingers the bones protruding. His face now scarred and burnt away. You can see is essentially the skull beneath peeking through, but there's still bits of flesh around. As he stands, more and more bits of him begin to evaporate, but you do see a collection of them begin to float towards you. And as they float towards you, they actually float past you. As they float past you, they float into the guard. And you can see he takes a deep breath as he looks at his fallen comrade and just goes, "It's beautiful." And you can see suddenly a bolstering of energy within him
Of the guard?
as he uses his reaction to expend his Thief of Hope.
What?
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 I haven't even taken my second attack yet. This is sick.
This is so cool.
I photosynthesized your fungus.
That's
Radiantly.
right.
I want to be very clear. That's kind of the name of the ability, but there's no fungus popping out of him or anything. He's just a creepy,
Mhm.
Just a
creepy
just
looking
cool.
Zombie.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, Duathi, anything else from you?
We'll just sort of turn back to the zombie girl
And does it act after your initiative?
after
after my turn.
As
On-
it shambles towards you.
It's still my turn.
And that was
Yeah.
your,
Yeah.
that was your
Yeah,
That was
that was my
his
first attack.
reaction, right?
Yeah, it's after my turn, so it's
Okay. The not guard,
Mm-hmm.
the Thief of Hope, does he still look surrendered?
You are unsure.
Okay.
He looked as though he heard the words that Aaron had said, but is now suddenly overcome in an awe of what he has just witnessed.
I would like to use whatever remaining of my movement to get as close to him as possible.
45, you said?
Uh-huh.
You can get there.
And I won't take my second attack action. I am going to trust Aaron.
Okay.
And that now my turn is over.
That brings us to Andy. You are up.
I can't reach Duothi, can I?
20 feet will get you to Duathi, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll go up to Duothi. And just put my hand on her shoulder. And just, it's very simple, like, you got this. And cast Heroism.
Nice. There we go.
So, you get 3 temp hit points. I know it's not a lot, but it's something.
Tempies.
After start of each of your turns, you will get 3.
now real quick. I actually already have temporary hit points. What happens here, DM?
If you gain temporary hit points that would be more than what you currently have, you get that number instead, but they don't stack.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. So that'll help me.
If
Yeah,
you have
until
4,
the-
but
the
you gain 5,
creature
you now have
is-
5.
So
Nice.
yeah, you're immune to being frightened,
Hey.
and gain temporary hit points equal to my spell casting ability modifier at the start of each of your turns.
That's good to know, actually, because that'll keep me in temps,
Mhm.
which will be really good for
Yeah.
the mechanics
So-
of my thing.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's amazing.
There you go. And then I'll just have Chauncey kind of follow up behind me, but as we're waiting to see what is going on with guard, not guard, I won't have him attack quite yet.
Okay. That then brings us to the not a guard.
hide on his turn, the one that's in front of us.
Yes.
You know what? I'm not going to make him make the save right now because I want to see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, staring at this creature that has been raised in front of him that is a reflection of his former companion. You can see it. Let's see, who's directly in front of him?
Actually,
All of you
sorry,
are.
can I have Chauncey go in front of me, between me and the guard, not guard?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Duathi and Andy, you both see a tear come to his eye as he smiles. And he drops his spear and falls to his knees. That is his turn. The other thief is asleep. Duathi, you are up.
Okay. How long does this last?
You just hear from the alley. Not long. We need to be quick.
Okay, I'm going to look down, stand over him, and continue to hold my staff in my hand. And I just look down at him and say, "You need to stop this. You cannot beat us. Tell us what's going on."
Give me a persuasion check.
He does have the charmed condition.
Can I?
But it's
Towards
only to
me.
the charmer.
Yeah, yeah. So I just want to put that.
have proficiency in persuasion. Persuasion. Can I help her?
Since we're still in initiative.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a 12.
Doesn't seem to hear you. He is focused on the creature that you've created.
Okay. Weird. Well, that was my action, I suppose, so... I'll use bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself. And I'm going to look around and see if I see our friends running.
I will say, doing taking the time to try and see would be your action.
Doing too many things. It's fine.
So with a cursory glance, you weren't able to see anything.
Fair enough. Okay. I heal for 9 points.
Okay.
Whatever at this point.
And that is my turn.
Is the zombie still coming
Oh
towards
yeah,
you?
zombie. Let's bring the friends over. I'll turn around and continue having him come towards me. Come here. Just in case you're useful, I suppose. Yes, me.
Aaron, you are up. Finn, you are on deck.
I will advance towards the guard,
Mhm.
and I want to look for any manacles that he might have on him.
30 feet will get you. Yeah. You can get right up to him.
Mhm.
Um,
Right, you have manacles. We've discussed this.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. That's a 23.
23. As he is kneeling, you look over his belt to check and see what he might have. You don't see any manacles.
Okay.
From your time, you know that most squads of guards will have a handful of them will
Mhm.
carry manacles, but not every single one typically does.
Okay.
But also, no, we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
You do see a coin pouch.
Mhm.
You also do find, in addition to the spear that he carries, it appears that he also has a couple of daggers.
Mhm.
But looking over the spear that is on the ground, you do see that the tip of it is slicked with something that is reflecting that is not part of the metal.
Okay.
But also in your investigation, you do see a small signet ring that he wears that appears
Mm.
to have the symbol of the beacon.
Okay. I think I'll just kind of kneel down in front of him. I'll kind of take his chin in my hand and kind of lift it up to meet my gaze.
As he's looking up at the zombie, looks over towards you.
I think you and I can have a very productive conversation, because I have a lot of admiration for your devotion to her, but I need to know more.
Give me that persuasion check at advantage.
Soft 20.
As he looks over at you, says, "What do you wish to know?" And with that, we are going to step out of initiative. We are going to take a short break.
We're gonna puke a little bit.
Need some water. I'm so thirsty.
We
There
will
was
be.
only 2 turns there. Just saying.
Mhm.
Got
Oh, I've
eight,
been keeping
eight more
track.
turns. of
Mhm.
sleep.
So we are going to step out of initiative. We're going to take a break to grab some water, cool down a little bit, to breathe, and then to ask some questions of this guard. All under 1 minute. All under 48 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere, anyone. We'll be right back. Welcome on back, everyone. We hope that you enjoyed the break. I know we certainly needed ours.
Yeah.
Deep breath, everyone.
Oh, lots of nervous chuckles.
Yep.
Before we get back into the episode, just a few quick plugs for us. If you are enjoying the show and you are new here, hello. We are the Adventures Pack, and this is Melos Machina. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider giving us a follow wherever you might be listening. You can subscribe to us on Twitch. Hold on, let me do this in the right order.
Yeah.
If you would like to do this, if you would like to support us on the cheap, you can follow us, like our posts, and just hang out and be a good friend and watch our stuff. We hope that you enjoy it. If you would like to support us in a more expensive manner, anything above free is expensive. I
Mhm.
suppose.
That's true.
Yeah.
So true, bestie.
But if you would like to support the channel monetarily, you can subscribe to... Oh no, I left my water. I got it. It's okay. Thank you, Water Ghost. You can subscribe to us on Twitch. You can become a member over on YouTube. You can pick up candles at Cantrip Candles using our code APAC. And but the best way that you can do that is heading on over to our Patreon. That is patreon.com/adventurespack, and you can hang out there. And all of our thank you, all of our patrons and all of our supporters get some behind-the-scenes footage, including a post-show hangout where we're going to be hanging out after today's episode to talk about everything that happened, and then you also get access to some of our other shows' goodies, but you also just get to help us keep creating stuff that we hope that you enjoy. We could not be doing this without you, and we appreciate each and every one of you. So, with that being said, shall we jump back into it, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So. Aaron,
Mhm.
as the Nautiguard looks at you
That's the nut.
and says, "What would you like to know?"
Where can we find Cornwall?
Not here.
Doesn't like to tell you much, does he?
He tells us what needs to be done. He shows us what needs to be done.
He said that he was someone's consort. Would you know who that is?
I do.
Who?
It's the mother who was promised to us. Mother of decay. The bringer of that. The gift that was handed and denied. Was the gift that we wish to accept now.
My friend has skills that you seem to admire.
It is beautiful what you have done. It is just as she promised.
You meant to bring death to this entire city.
To those who are ready to embrace it, yes.
And what else are you planning for the city?
I think our job here is finished.
Then why are you interested in Dunley? Let the man be.
Loose ends need to be tied up.
And a garden needs weeding, huh?
Exactly.
You realize what you've done. And you must answer for what you've done.
I will.
Open your mouth.
DM.
Yes.
Just a little time-dependent thing.
Yes. There's some-
As they're having their little tete-a-tete, I would like to go over to Sleepy Guy.
Same.
Mr. Slopes.
I don't know if we have to cut through the web or if it dissipates. I don't know how that works.
You would have to
clear.
try and get through the web.
Okay. In whatever order and whatever timeline, what I would like to do is get through and blindfold him with the scrap of fabric that we found on the statue.
back in the flow forge. Good idea.
Oh, I'm on the verge of
Yep,
saying you
I-
needed to tell me that before the conversation started.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because
I didn't
I'm-
want to pause anything.
It was just too cool.
I had stuff I wanted to do.
Well, because daggers are flying at you now.
Oh,
Okay.
This. I'm trying to rein in the. If things need to happen, they need to happen.
Yeah.
And I think this does have to be a learning moment for the table.
Okay.
The conversation happened. And that was the order that it happened.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good. If ever y'all want to be doing other things like that, be sure to like interject and be like, as this is happening.
Okay.
It's okay, we're moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All good.
Tell you what, we'll cut the timing down a little bit on it. You get to the web. You're heading to the web. What did you want to be able to do?
I wanted to misty step across to the body, to the sleeping body,
Okay.
and root around for anything that looks like a spellcasting focus and/or weapon, and remove it from the body.
Okay. Icon, you were able to get to the web. Finn, from where you are, you're able to get to it and misty step across. Finn, give me an investigation check.
Yep.
Icon, what do you want to do with the web?
10.
I believe the spell says it's a strength thing, but I would try to cut through it with either my sword or.
Hold, please. If first time a creature enters the web on a turn or starts its turn there, it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Is it concentration? Can you just?
It is concentration. Can I just stop?
Yeah, you can just stop concentrating as a thing.
Once I see that they're doing that, like
Okay.
once I see I can walk away, I'll bye.
All right.
And 14.
14 on the investigation check. As you look over his body, looking specifically for a focus,
Focus and/or weapons.
weapons, you see the daggers that are in his hands that have, well, they have fallen to the side of the road.
Just kick him away.
But you do not see any other sort of focus around him.
Okay.
Icon, you're able to get up to him. And what are you wanting to do?
I want to take the scrap of fabric with the black rose on it and blindfold him. 'Cause he was the one jumping through the shadows.
They
One
all
of
were.
them.
A few of them.
Yeah.
So.
I don't want to take any chances.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, okay. This is basically a straight
See if he wakes up.
14.
Because essentially what I'm doing is counting as there have been a little bit of time that y'all were overhearing this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
A 14 on the sleight of hand?
Yeah. I know timing is weird.
You are able to get up and you tie a blindfold around his eyes. And as soon as that happens, a hand grips hold of you.
Cool.
He is going to make an attack at disadvantage as he is now blinded.
Okay. What? Don't. You know, my stomach was feeling fine until you just did that.
That's 2 natural 20s.
Oh my then it's meant to happen.
What the hell?
Great.
Holy shit.
I don't have silvery barb. Sorry, bud.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. $16.
16 saves.
What?
That's 4 points of piercing damage and 7 points of poison damage.
So 11.
But he's unable to make a second attack as he had one dagger within reach. The other one he doesn't know where it is. So that's going to be his only attack as he is on the ground. I'll say Aaron now have the conversation is just about wrapping up.
Okay.
As you hear this struggle happening. For now, I'm going to keep us back into the initiative that we had. That would put us at Duwathi, Aaron, and Finn.
Okay. I'm going to take a quick second to cast, can't find the ding dang spell, cast Cure Wounds on myself
Okay.
as this is happening. Okay, that is 16 points of healing to myself.
Okay.
And then at the start of your turn, 3 temp.
Well, good. And I'll I will look at the person in front of us and say, "What do you mean, promised? What do you mean?" And as I hear the struggling happen, I'll turn back to the zombie and go help them.
Regular zombie stat block.
Regular zombie stat bucket, he only has 1 hit point, though.
All right, let me pull this up really quick.
Probably
I believe it's a 20-foot movement.
shambling down the street.
And he can't take the dash action because
Yeah.
I'm just sending him to attack his friend.
Wait, he can or he can't?
He cannot dash.
Yeah,
No.
Zombie slacks.
So he can go over there with the intent to attack,
He is on his way.
but he can't get there.
He's so slow.
Very slow.
Aaron, you're up. Finn, you're on deck. Ike, you'll be back after that.
Your friend's causing too much of a stir. Arrest him. Turn yourselves into the deacons. I think that's the best choice for you right now.
Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Finn.
Right, well, if we can't do this the easy way, then we'll do it the hard, and I'll cast a Mind Spike at level 3.
Okay.
I need another Wisdom saving throw
On whomst?
on the guy that just woke up and...
Okay.
Sleepy boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a fail. So he's gonna take an extra D8. Nope, these are D4s. Those are for magic missiles. Here's the D8s. All right, that is 5, 8, 15, and 20 points of damage. And if he is still alive, I know his location. As long as he remains on this plane. As long as I concentrate, up to an hour.
As the spike cuts in, you see him wince and he cries out in pain, still flailing the dagger around as much as he can. And you know he is right there.
Perfect.
Iken, Andy.
I would like to use a utilize action with my manacles to bind an unwilling small or medium creature within 5 feet of me that has the grappled, incapacitated, or restrained condition. I don't know if I have to do something before. He's flailing.
To get him grappled, it would be a grapple check, so it would be an athletics check against him.
Does that count as my action?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd have to like grapple him and then later do
That's
another
right.
action.
Exactly.
Okay. You know what? Okay, then I'm just gonna channel divinity, and I'll use one of my expends to wrap vines around him.
There we go.
He must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw.
That is an 8.
He fails, so for the next minute he is restrained in my thorny vines.
Nice.
As the growth between the cobblestones of the street grow out and wrap around him, you can see one of the vines wrapping around his wrist and pulling him down onto the ground. He's now restrained for the next minute.
Great, that's my turn.
Andy.
How tall is that tallest building?
That one roughly 20, 25 feet. It's
If-
2 stories.
Hypothetically, I got on top of that building,
Mm-hmm.
would I have a fairly good view of our surroundings? Maybe like
You think
the
you-
next couple blocks or
It is
so?
one of the taller of the buildings that is in the area. You do see that, or at least from here, it looks like a very narrow roof, so it could be kind of difficult to stay on there, but
Okay.
you could certainly try.
Then I'm going to activate my gem flight.
Okay.
Nice.
It only lasts for a minute, but
Okay.
I mean, maybe just getting kind of, not even standing, but just getting to the top
Just
of
like
the
hovering
building.
above it.
Yeah, to kind of
Absolutely.
peek without drawing too much attention.
Sure, yeah.
And see if we could,
Here, it's
if
making-
I can see Donnelly and Cindy anywhere.
Give me a perception check.
Ah!
That one really keeps rolling over.
Oof! This side of the table
Okay.
is ones.
As you look about, you look back and forth because you know there are 2 ways that they could take. You think maybe they took the tram. As you look over, maybe they wouldn't have taken the tram. They're on foot. They wouldn't wait for the car and looking over. There are so many options as to roads that they could take to go to the bridge. Either they're on the tram and they took it, or they're somewhere in the not so complicated labyrinth that is the Docks District.
Okay. Is it a free action if I yell towards Erin?
As long as it's something you could say in 6 seconds.
Should I hit that guy?
I think we just need the god.
Okay. Then I'll keep Chauncey where he is and end both of our turns there.
Okay. The guard looking at you. There's no point in surrendering. There's no point in turning myself in. Because if I go to them, it will just delay what I want. What we want.
All I want to do is
Duathy, Aaron, and Finn. Yeah.
all I want to do as Andy is just yell down, "Do it! Just do it already!"
Duathy.
If I take that tooth out, will it hurt him? Will he be no longer charmed?
I think so.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. There's very little then that I can do at this point. I'll continue to ask him, what do you mean promised?
Well, we were all supposed to die. We weren't supposed to be here. Aaron, then Finn.
Oh, the zombie keeps going.
Oh, yeah.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
Just gonna get the final bite.
This guy really didn't take any damage during the fight, right? He was kind of moving around.
The one on the ground?
The guard didn't really.
Oh, yeah, the guard's fine.
Yeah, guard's
You don't
fine.
see a scratch on him.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I am going to. Okay, 1 second. I have to look at. Yeah, I'll detect thoughts. I'll try and plunge into this guy's mind as he is while acquiescing to my questions, but still being as like vague in all of that. So I will need a wisdom save, I believe it is. Yeah.
Is detect thoughts concentration?
Ooh, you're right. It is. I would know that.
I know.
Okay. Oh man, I don't want to lose that just to not get to gain more information. But he's being a butt. Okay.
We have another.
He doesn't want to turn himself in. It's just gonna be the end. But I can't just let him kill himself. I have him hostage. Okay. I will look at him. I will say, well, your work is working. The city is feeling the press of the Melos. How would you stoke the flames further?
I would not. My job is done. We will go elsewhere. Finn.
Andy keeps her calipers on her tail, right?
I thought about that too. I don't know if they can pull out a tooth.
So it'll break this. Ittle break the charm.
She's up on the house.
On the
Up on the house.
You
You
wanna
want to try? You want to get thunk, thunk, thunk.
I'm flying, really.
Oh, yeah.
Peeking.
Right. Well, I'll just shout then. Andy, calipers would be very handy right now, and I will. So you have him restrained with the vines.
Mhm.
Those are like visible. He looks
Oh, yeah.
pretty restrained there.
Yeah, they may be spectral vines, but they're very pretty.
All right. I'll just then look down and in a much quieter indoor voice. No sudden moves, or well, there's more where that came from. And I will just hold not another level 3 mind spike, but just a firebolt at this guy. Hold my action. If he breaks out of the vines.
I can.
I would like to take one of my crossbow bolts, and I would like to shove it in his mouth that way, so he can't bite down. And if I have to hold it there, I will until my next turn where I can tie it.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
As you reach up to his face and you see him.
That's a nat 20.
Let's go!
For a 26, baby!
Stupid bitch.
Oh my god, the swings in this game.
Which beats his 20.
Wow!
Holy shit.
As he goes to bite down, now restrained. In that last moment, his teeth sink in, and you can see where the metal tooth bit into the wood. It begins to... But the tooth did not break.
Yes.
I'm just gonna hold it there and be like,
thinking
Finn.
I will say at this point, with him restrained, and now his one way of ending everything removed, we can step back out of initiative.
Whew.
Good thinking.
Finn, you need to send a message to our friends.
Yeah.
As the zombie continues to stumble
Zombie slash.
And maybe you send a message to your friend. Bobby.
Can someone pull this tooth out?
as the zombie comes forth.
Here, zombie. It's okay, zombie. Do you want to sit down? You could sit crisscross applesauce, zombie.
As the zombie
A
just
zombie mission to sit crisscross applesauce.
drops its weight, and as its legs go crisscross, you hear a snapping.
Yeah. Like, it's not gonna go.
And he hits the ground with such force that his jaw, and you see acid.
Oh my god.
And the jaw then.
You know,
Applesauce.
while we're doing this, I probably should just put it out of its
Yeah, could someone?
misery.
I'll. Yeah.
I'm going to. After I say that to Finn, I'll start walking over, but I'll let everyone else do their thing first.
Yeah, I'll fly
to
back
zombie.
down
Okay.
and go over towards
Because
Finn.
that zombie doesn't. It just lasts. It doesn't stop.
Oh, it only had 1 health.
Oh, did it just die?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
No, that,
Unless
that
you,
was,
unless you
that
wanted to
was
keep it
its
alive.
time.
That
No,
was
I
the
was gonna
flavor
go
thing.
clock it on the
Okay.
head otherwise.
He accidentally put itself out.
Yeah.
You look down at this thing as you were holding the crossbow bolt in. It just kind of looks over at you with a
Oh my
as
god.
its body begins to disintegrate into bits of ash.
I press down a little harder, straddle this guy, get him restrained by my body because I know the spectral vines are gonna go soon.
Now that we're back in real time, can I go up?
Sure, yeah. Don't
them?
even worry
Okay.
about the
Cool.
mapping.
So I'll.
Cool.
Hey, could you move me, please? I'll go up and. Sorry. I'll actually. Well, you're holding that.
I mean,
I
whatever.
guess I'll try to remove this tooth with my calipers.
Okay.
This is my real nightmare. I love it.
With Icon holding his head down. Go ahead. I'll let this be your choice.
I know. I'm like.
Either a medicine check
Okay.
or an athletics check. If I will say the
Med-
DC will be different for them.
I know. I mean, medicine at least, because I have a little bit added.
Is there any way I can help by like holding the forehead in the jaw?
Are you proficient in medicine?
Oh no, not at all. But
I'm gonna say you can't aid in this.
all right, you got this.
He's already restrained.
Just a
You've
little
got this.
street dentistry.
Cool. I love this. I love how today turned out.
I will send a message as soon as this is sorted.
That's a 6.
A total of 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
As he is, you are attempting to hit with the calipers, and you just can't.
No.
Catch hold.
He's moving around. Sorry, Finn.
Is it?
That's
It's a metal
okay.
tooth. This is really gross that I can think of this right now.
Oh no.
I'd like to use leverage of the wood I already on there,
Mhm.
other hand or other thing, and just try to pull it out with brute force. Then,
Give me an,
as I vomit.
give me an
Blech.
athletics check.
You better get it
Actually,
good.
give me 2 checks.
Which first?
First, I'm going to ask for a sleight of hand.
Okay.
To avoid being bit.
This could be interesting. Sleight of hand is a 17 straight,
Okay.
and then you said athletics.
Yes.
That's an 18 plus 6. That's 24. This is my strength.
As you sneak your thumb underneath the tooth, the crossbow bolt is pulled out, and you can feel the point of the tooth pressing up against the skin of your finger as it smoothly goes past. There's a little bit of burning from the residual acid that came out,
Mhm.
And in that moment, you grip and you pull. And in one swift motion, there is a combination. It's somewhere between a pop and a snap. And as the tooth comes out, you just hear, "No! No!"
I let him weep. We're out of initiative. Once that's done, I'll start working on the manacles as the vines would start to end.
I'm gonna check on our friend. As you go to work with the manacles, I'll just kind of step away into the alley and just slump against the wall as I close my eyes and I picture Cindy in my mind. I hope you're alive. Apprehended 3 cultists just outside. Tell the Cardinal we have one alive. Send whoever he trusts. As quick as possible, please.
And very quickly, okay, we're at the bridge, crossing now. Not long till the temple.
They're at the bridge.
Should we meet them there?
Aaron, as you are now still talking with the captive, remind me of your last question.
Oh my god, I was so involved in the other guy. I was like, I was an audience member over here.
It was the we will go elsewhere.
Yeah, we'll go elsewhere. I was okay. As you reach skyward, I know ambitions grow. Melos Machina, is it?
That was never told to me. My job ended here.
Are there similar associates of yours in Melos Machina, you think?
We are everywhere. We are your friends. We are your loved ones. We are your enemies. We were there when the walls were closed, and we came out when the walls were opened.
Put on quite a show in your time. But what use are you to me now?
It was beautiful.
I'll cast sleep. Another wisdom save, please.
As he looks at you with those last words, he hits the ground.
I'm going to go. There's a little sidewalk there. I'm just going to go sit on it. Walk away a little bit.
Can I mean, I'm happy to do a check to see if I see, but can I follow Dorothy?
I'll say where you were, Dorothy, where were you heading to one of the back
The
alleys?
little red house in the middle there.
I'll say you were right by Dorothy. You could see
Okay.
them going by.
Okay, I'll go sit next to her.
I will run over to Aiken. I will ask for your hand crossbow. As quick as possible. Sleep is concentration, so suggestion is gone. I'm focusing on keeping him for a moment. I'm
What's your
going
DC?
to 14.
That is a failure on the second one. He is
Okay.
out.
One more minute.
One more minute to deal with this guy now. So I am going to load up a lattice bolt in the crossbow.
Mhm.
and get to work on tooth number 2.
Okay.
You should tie him up.
The bolt's 4.
Yeah.
but that's an
Right.
attack.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you like to remove the tooth with medicine or with athletics?
This would probably be with medicine.
Okay. And are you using any other tools or just your hands?
Just my hands.
Okay.
I can't imagine my spectral blades would be of any assistance.
It's all psychic.
Yeah. Okay.
God, if only you could do dental work with psychic.
That's how you get cavities.
Okay. Medicine check.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 16.
That was the DC.
Got 2 of these.
In that moment, as the tooth rips out, there's a you bastard.
And I'll fire the bolt at him.
As he just up against the wall is then fully restrained
Mhm.
and cannot go anywhere.
Well, somebody I know will have use for you.
Amongst the stewing, not a guard, and the weeping, casually clothed cultist, Dorothy and Andy in the alley.
Yeah, Chauncey would have followed me, and I'll kind of put him on the other side of Dorothy and just kind of put my hand on her knee.
Hello,
Just-
Andy.
You okay?
I don't want everyone to die.
I know. I know.
I think that's right.
I know. It's not.
I think being alive is very special.
I agree. You and I have a unfortunate thing in common with these people in the natural necrotic power we have. But I'm 100% with you. It's horrible. And I know it's scary. And as much as I am fond of you and Aiken, and I can't imagine separating from you, I also feel awful that Finn and I have put you in this situation.
It's okay. It's okay. Are we going to go turn them in, or are people coming to us?
I think Finn told Cindy to send someone here.
Andy, I can't be here.
Let's go.
You stay.
Are you sure?
I'll meet you back at the house, okay?
Erin's house? Okay. Go be safe. Are you sure you don't want anyone to come with you?
I'm okay. I'm going to go alone. It's okay.
I'll just kind of squeeze your hand.
Thank you, Auntie. You all stay safe, okay?
Okay. We'll see you there.
And as I squeeze your hand one last time, I cast gaseous form.
Duathi vanishes into the air.
I'll just stay sitting there, and since we're all kind of close together now, I'll psychically tell everybody that Duathi went to the house.
Yeah, I'll bring, I guess, my captive closer to the rest of the group.
Okay.
We could try to go after them, but they have a head start, and
No, I think
they either make it or they don't.
we also run the risk of whoever else is already out here.
Right.
And I'll speak down to the guy, both of them. I don't take pleasure in your pain or in your deaths, but you've made it very clear that you don't deserve the death that you want, the release that you so crave. Because these people, pointing up towards where the bridge should be, didn't ask for that. You don't get to make the decisions. That's not your place here.
The one still sobbing, blindfolded, says nothing. The Nada guard, looking up. We made no decisions. The decision was made years ago. We are simply finishing what was started.
You think the Dark Beacon was meant to destroy everything? If it was, it would've. But we survived, and we thrived in spite of all of it. So respectfully, I don't think you know shit about the natural order of things.
As he just looks back towards the ground.
They're not done.
No. They're just getting started.
The worrisome thing is that Rose. I don't want to say her name out loud, but since you were the last one to speak, I'll say, and Rosalind is still around.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably countless more of them still here, although hopefully most of them have died. I hope whoever is sent is someone we can trust. But I don't have confidence.
What does trust mean?
I don't even know anymore. Trust is the three of us, four of us now, standing here. Trust is Duathi, knowing for certain we will meet her back at that house.
We will.
And beyond that, I don't think there is any such thing as trust anymore.
Yeah.
Speaking of, sorry, pal. You did great, friend. I need you to hop back in.
As his face vanishes.
I just sink to the floor. Not taking my eyes off of the two.
Yeah, I don't even want them, like, super close to each other. I want, like, 10 feet between the
Right.
two of them. No touching!
As the lot of you looking at your two captives, waiting for Cindy and Dunley to deliver your message, and for help to come, as a cloud drifts up into the air and heads towards the upper city. That is where we are going to end tonight's episode.
That was a good time, y'all.
Did you rehearse that speech?
Wait.
That was.
All right, everyone. Thank you so very much for being here. We hope that you had a good time. We're going to go hang out with a post-show hangout. Otherwise, we'll be back again next week to continue on in our just heartwarming adventures in Venture.
Yeah.
We're having a great time.
Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.
Night, everybody.
Love it.